you how to go about embedding a sign-up form if you are a WordPress.com user. Before I get into that, I want to explain a couple of different things to you. There is a WordPress.com and there is WordPress.org. Two different WordPress platforms. What are the differences of these two platforms? Well, WordPress.com is a much more limiting platform than WordPress.org. WordPress.com is great for people who are just starting in web design. Obviously it's great for people who have experience in web design, but for beginners it's a lot more suited than WordPress.org. Now the reason being is because WordPress.com is very limiting. They don't allow you full control over the coding, and basically you get given templates that you can use to design your blog and your website. So everything is all pre-populated, you just have to design it and tweak it into how you want it. So that is a benefit of WordPress.com, and it certainly makes it a lot more convenient and easier to use. The other one, WordPress.org, is for people who have experience in building up websites from scratch. WordPress.org gives you full control over your coding, and you can do that and you can create an awesome website, and it usually involves a much more advanced website as a result. So that's the two differences between WordPress.com and WordPress.org. I'm not going to be talking about how to embed a sign-up form on WordPress.org today. It's just going to be WordPress.com because that's what I'm using and that's what I have experience in. Let's get started. What you need is a WordPress.com account. You can use the free account or you can use the premium account, which is what I'm using. The premium account I think is about $140 for the year. After that, you need to get yourself signed up to MailChimp newsletters. Now the links to all these sites are in the description, so after you've watched this video be sure to go and click on MailChimp and get yourself signed up. So after you've got yourself signed up on MailChimp, what you then need to do is go to the section on your tab on MailChimp called Lists. So you headed on to Lists. Now what you need to do is you need to select General Forms. Now the reason why you want to select General Forms is because what that will do is create a newsletter. Now MailChimp actually hosts their own newsletters. So basically what this does, when you click on General Forms, you will be prompted to design your own newsletter. Now you've got full control over the design. You can add a pic, you can add an image, you can change the colors, you can change the writing and the fonts and all this kind of stuff. Once you've made it nice and pretty, what then happens is it will generate a URL just above the newsletter. Now what you want to do is you want to copy the URL and then head back over to WordPress.com. When you've headed back over to WordPress.com, you then need to go to your sidebar and select menus, and then once you've selected menus, you need to go into the primary menus. And then once you've selected the primary menu, it will give you the list of all the menus that you have on your website. For example, my website, I have a home, I have a blog, I have a Who is Kyle, and I have a contact form. Now, you copied this link. Now what you will see is on the top of your menu there, you will see customized links. Now, you need you to click on that, and then what will happen is it'll give you like a box. Now what you need to do with that box is paste the URL from MailChimp into that box. And then you need to title the menu. So I called it Yes, Sign Me Up, so that people know that that is something that they're going to get signed up to. So once you've done that, hit OK, and you will see on the top of your website, you will see an extra page or link to your newsletter. So What will then happen is when people come onto your website and they click yes, sign me up on your menu navigation bar, they'll be taken directly to MailChimp where they've hosted your newsletter and they can sign up that way. Another way that you can get people to sign up to a newsletter from MailChimp is to get a pop-up screen on your website. Now what a pop-up screen is, if you don't already know, is that when people go to your website, within the first 5 seconds, a screen will pop up over the top of your website asking people to subscribe to your newsletter. Now how to do that is really simple. You just go onto your MailChimp account, again you go to lists, and then you select pop-up sign-up forms. Now once you've done that, it will give you the option to generate the look and feel of your pop-up sign-up form. Once you've finished generating the look and the feel, it will then give you a HTML code box that you can copy. Now you need to copy that and then head back over to your MailChimp account. What you then need to do is on your sidebar, select widgets, and then select the area that you want your widget to appear. What I usually do is I just put it on the footer, so the bottom, because the actual sign up form isn't embedded, so you don't need to worry about really where you put it, just as long as it's somewhere and that it's a widget. Once you've selected where you want the widget, you then need to copy and paste the HTML code into the box of that widget. Now when you hit save and publish, what will then happen is the people that then come to your website will then get a pop-up form on your website. Now what you need to be aware of though is on that pop-up form, if somebody doesn't sign up straight away and they hit the close button to get rid of it, it won't come back when they revisit your site because of cookies. They would need to clear their cookies on their web browser if they wanted that sign up form to reappear. Yeah, now you have a sign up form on your website and you know how to do it. So I hope this little tutorial has helped you. This is just what I picked up from what I've done recently on my website. Again, if you've got any better ways, or if you know of any other ways to embed a sign up form on your website, then leave them in the comments as usual, and I will see you in the next video. So remember, the world is at your feet, go and explore, create some epic moments, and I'll see you at the next video.